back to my channel. My name is Julie Ambani, commonly known as Jules. On this channel we love to talk about books, literature, development, and a sprinkle of other things here and there. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, feel free to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and let's go. So we are in when you're seeing this video, we will be in December, I think, or the last days of November. And so I'm just going to show you like my last book haul for the year, and also like what are my reading plans now that the year is coming to an end. December is here. We all know December is like a month of enjoyment. Everyone is going on holiday, people are taking their annual leaves from work. So yeah, I think this will be my last haul, and I don't think I'll be ordering any more books until the new year. And let me jump right into the books. If you watched my last video, it was a review of The Six of Crows duology. So immediately I finished the books, I talked to my other fantasy friends who had read the duology and asked them whether they thought like the other books by Leigh Bardugo were worth reading. Of course they said yes. These are some die-hard Grishaverse fans. So I immediately reached out to my good friend Abdi at Nuria Bookshop and ordered the Shadow and Bone trilogy. However, I didn't get book one because it wasn't in stock, but it's going to be stocked soon. So I decided to get book 2 and book 3 while I could, and just keep them until I get book 1, then I can read the trilogy. So we have Siege and Storm, and then we have Ruin and Rising, both by Leigh Bardugo. So I loved this. I loved the other duology. I loved the Grishaverse, so I'm very curious to see this. This is like a prequel to The Six of Crows because it happens before then. So those are the first 2 books I got. Then I also got The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This book I got it because anytime we have book club for the fantasy book club I'm in, my friends Harriet and Alia always talk about this book, and I think it's being adopted to a TV film. So I was just like, what the hell, let me just get this. I feel like my December will be full of light reading such as this. I'll also be reading the books by Emily Henry. So actually I feel like December might be a romance month for me. So I decided to get The Love Hypothesis. I know this author has a new book coming out. I don't even remember the name of the new book, but I know the cover is pink, which I love. So just saying. And yeah, I'm just waiting to read this book and see if I enjoy it or not. The next book I got was this, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have her book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I kind of started reading, then took a break because I got derailed by other books. But this was highly recommended to me by, I hope I'm not remembering this wrong. Is it The Cultured Reader who was reading this, or was it Anne? I think maybe Anne, I'm not too sure, but one of my Instagram friends was reading this and they really recommended it. So I decided, what the hell, why not? I'm going to give it a chance. So that's that. Then the other book I got is 1 Year of Ugly. This book has been on my radar for over 1 year, and I'm not too sure why I hadn't got it before, but it's a book that I've heard very good things about. The synopsis interests me and it fits into my December reading agenda of reading light romance books. I feel like this, I'm not too sure if Caroline Mackenzie is African. Let's just confirm. Okay, she's from Trinidad. So I'm interested in reading this. It already to me just looks like a good book, so that's what I'll be reading soon. And then the last book I got was Deep Work by Cal Newport. For anyone who's not new in this channel, you know I talk about Cal Newport a lot. Cal Newport is the author of So Good They Can't Ignore You and Digital Minimalism. I really love his writing. I love his concepts. So I decided to get another of his book. My goal is to eventually have all of his books, read all of them, and then send him an email or an invite to have a live with him. I don't know if he'll accept, but the worst he can tell me is no, but I'm just so interested in his writing. So I got Deep Work. This is basically talking about how to be focused and successful in a world that's full of distraction. So I feel like this is a good follow-up for Digital Minimalism, which he talks about how we need to take a step back as consumers of social media and just focus on, you know, ourselves. So I feel like this is a good follow-up to that. So yeah, those are the books I got. In terms of my reading, I won't lie, my reading has drastically picked up, and I owe it to the Six of Crows duology, because before that I feel like I was maybe in a bit of a slump. Not really a slump, but also like dissatisfied. I don't know if that happens to you guys, where I was at a phase where I had started so many books but I haven't finished any of them, just because I start one book, I read like a few chapters, then I'm like, I don't feel like reading that, then I move on to start another book. So I feel like thanks to the Six of Crows duology, I was able to like read and actually really enjoy the book I was reading. Then I immediately followed it up by Jade City, which is what I'm currently reading. And also, okay, I feel like it might be too soon, but I'm in page 100 and so far I like how it's going. It's a bit of a different vibe to what I'm used to reading. There's a lot of, it's Asian driven, so there's a lot of war planning or strategy planning, things like that. But either way, I'm still enjoying that, and I plan to follow that by finishing up A Gamble of Gods by Mitriel, which I think is in that line. So I think my remaining 1.5 weeks in November will be focused on fantasy books, because I feel like I'm in a vibe and I'm getting like good books that I enjoy. They're action packed, so that's how my reading will be. Then for December, I'm not really one to come up with a TBR pile, but I want to intentionally read light books, especially when I actually now go on my annual leave. I don't think I'll be reading heavy things. I really don't think I'll be reading much African literature, and not because I don't like African literature, it's just because I know how African literature is. Sometimes the themes can be quite heavy, so there's that. Then I'm also really happy to say I'm back to listening to audiobooks. Guys, I feel like my reading is just in a good place, so I'm using Scribd to listen to my audiobooks. I used my friend Lynn's link, so I got 2 extra months free. So you know, that's good because I'm actually kind of broke, but that will take me through November, December till January. So yeah, that's it for my reading. I would like to know what you guys are reading. How is your reading coming up? I think I'm just I'm so happy today. I'm just so happy, and I feel like I'm in such a good place in terms of my reading. So yeah, that's the small update, and I think that's a wrap for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm shooting a number of videos today, so yeah, bye.